Yo, what's going on, fellas? Happy Friday morning to you. Hopefully you're doing well as the work week comes to an end and the weekend is just on the horizon. Anybody got anything going on this weekend? Anybody maybe doing anything special or maybe different this weekend? I got a little different thing going on this weekend. I'm doing the Hustle Up the Hancock this weekend, which may sound a little bit obvious as to what that is in the name, but let me tell you, Hustle Up the Hancock is in reference to the John Hancock building here in Chicago. And hustle up is kind of like what that sounds. So what it is you start on ground zero and you go in the stairwell and you've got to go up the stairwell all the way up to the top of the John Hancock building, all the way to the 96th floor. So it's basically a 5K, 10K run, but obviously a lot different as it's climbing up the staircase of the Hancock building. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try on Sunday, fellas. See if I can't start at the ground and work my way all the way up to the top of the John Hancock building. So cheer me on, give me some positive vibes. Hopefully I don't pass out somewhere in a stairwell and need a medical attention. I've been training a little bit. I do live in a high-rise building, so I've been able to put in some practice, but we'll see how it goes come race day. So I thought it was cool to just go ahead and sign up. And yeah, I could sign up for a 5K this weekend, but I've done a gazillion of those, so I thought I would try something a little different. So, all right, hopefully you guys got something cool going on this weekend as well. Hey, let's make sure we go ahead and recap yesterday, and then let's roll out the weekend slate of bets. Let's see how we're going to try and make some money this weekend. So with that being said, do we get to ring the cash register today? Yes, sir, we do at plus 0.17 units. Weird little week we're having right here. We're just kind of staying basically around even is what we had, as that does pull us back to even at plus 0.14 units on the week. So that's good stuff right there. Rashford shot on target. That did not come through for us in the Manchester United-Barcelona game. He took enough shots. None of them found the target. Everything he missed, he was just pulling it wide. Just couldn't quite find the target right there. What about NBA action? Okoro under 7.5 points. No sweat under right there as he finished the game with 2 points and only took one shot. That's about as easy as an under as you're going to get. Sabonis over 20.5 points. Just missed it by a bucket and an and one. Ended the game with 18 points, so just a good old sports betting loss right there. Then we came back with Thunder, same game parlay. We took Thunder against the spread. We took Thunder team total. We took SGA over his point total. And we took Giddey to go under his point total to give us a nice good same game parlay plus 600 cash. When it was all said and done, it's plus 0.17 units. And as you can see on the bottom tweet, to go along with spending some arbitrage cash, we also picked up a $5 free bet as one of our free rolls lost there over on the TNT game between the Warriors there and the Lakers. All right, let's jump in that comment section. Hopefully you guys, again, are doing well on this Friday. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Tyler, oh man, Tyler, I saw that. What was it, last night or this morning on Twitter? Or maybe a combination of both. Seems like the Grizzlies took down a lot of people. I don't think you're the only one waking up this morning still a little bit bitter and pissed off at those Grizzlies. Sorry it didn't go your way, man, but you'll bounce back. You'll get it back today. Yes, sir, Corey. Hopefully you're doing well. No, I'm still banned on TikTok. Yeah, still banned. I don't. And it's really dumb, Corey, when you appeal. Like you can appeal. So I appealed and it got denied. But when you appeal, you can't say you can't put anything. There's no character box to put in anything. And then when they tell you your appeal got denied, they don't send you any justification back other than the original reason of why you were banned initially on TikTok Live. So I was banned initially for promoting guns, for promoting drugs, for promoting illegal activity. I have no idea what I was banned for. So yeah, we'll just stay off TikTok Live for the next 3 days, and I think it said it comes back the 27th, so I think maybe that's Monday or something of next week. Really stupid, Corey. Very, really stupid. Morning, Ross. Hope you're doing well. Morning, Brian. Morning, Alex. Morning. Imagine tailing Rashford instead of BTTS at over 1.5. I know a lot of people are going to say, it's kind of good I'm actually banned on TikTok because, Corey, you probably remember everybody yesterday asked me my opinion of that game, and I said 2-0 Man United win, and they were like over or under, and I was obviously then saying under. Like, I don't see it going over 2.5. I see it being a 2-0 United win. If I got back on TikTok Live, I'm sure I'd have to hear all the people telling me how wrong I was. But if you watch the game, so that's the funny thing about soccer is you could sit there and see your winning bet like, oh, it went over 2.5. You know the amount of luck you went into that? It's not like Barcelona was punishing United's goal. They were not, and their only way they got a goal was Bruno Fernandes just being a dumbass and hooked and turned Hell, I don't even remember who it was now. We were watching it on TikTok. He just hooked and turned him. Like, it was so unnecessary. There was no threat in the play, and he could just stand right in front of him and defend it. So, kind of glad, I don't have TikTok Live, because I'm sure people would give me shit for taking the under yesterday. But that under was one dumb play away from Bruno Fernandes from hitting the under. Yeah, being banned will save me some frustration this afternoon. That's for sure. Good morning, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Nuggets looked good last night. Did they end up beating the Cavs? They ended up getting it done. I'm assuming they ended up getting it done. Morning, Kyle. Hey, man. And Adrian, what's up, man? You finally got back from Denver. All right, back to gambling. You could have gambled in Colorado. They got gambling in Colorado, man. That's where the gent lives. You could have kept on gambling. All right. Well, we are gonna gamble. Let's do some gambling, Adrian. You're in the mood to gamble. Well, God damn it, I'm in the mood. They call it gambling, but I still feel like we put our money in good situations, even though it's gambling. I feel like we find good plays. Let's go ahead and throw up the soccer plays first. We, of course, on the left-hand side, we've got that over 1.5 parlay we talked about. So that one kicks off this afternoon, that Mainz Mönchengladbach game. So go ahead and get that one in. A good little plus money for four-legged parlay right there. See if we can't go back-to-back weeks on cash in that over 1.5. Got a couple soccer plays. Gave these out yesterday in between the posts. So if you want a justification on what's happening this week in the Premier League, go check out Matt and I's episode of Between the Posts yesterday, where you'll get caught up on all 8 Premier League games, and we also break down the EFL Cup final between Manchester United and Newcastle. I'm going to go ahead and roll with that under 2.5 and Everton and Aston Villa, and you guys knew that bet was coming, so you probably have already bet that one yourself. I like Manchester United on that money line in the EFL Cup game up against Newcastle at plus 120. And then this one, I'm giving it to you now because you know it, because I'm including the book of Caesars. I'm just going to run back 2 straight weekends of cashing Napoli and Bayern team total parlay. It's been good to us 2 weekends in a row. We'll see if it can't cash now for the 3rd straight weekend. I like everything about it. Bayern at home against Union Berlin. Union Berlin involved in Thursday night Europa League. Bayern been at home resting, relaxing, getting ready for this match. It's a home game. They should get 2 past Union Berlin. And then Napoli, they're taking on Empoli. Napoli just continue whipping ass on Serie A. They're just taking the entire league by storm. They should be able to get 2 goals. So we'll roll with that parlay. Again, see if that one can't cash for now the 3rd straight weekend for us. So a Napoli and a Bayern team total parlay as well. I'm going to go ahead and throw these NASCAR bets up on the screen. Same 2 I shared yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and add one to it. And this one, I guess I will speak on it, although if you need justification on any of these NASCAR bets, again, go check out this week's episode of the Highline Podcast with William and I. But the one I'll just touch on, the one that's obviously being added to it there is the, Kyle Busch over Christopher Bell. The thing I'll add to it is I just can't get the images out of my head of that 8 car just crushing it last year at the Auto Club. I mean, a flat tire away from that 8 being in victory lane. Well, now the 8's being driven by Kyle Busch. I mean, I just like everything about it. If they give Kyle Busch that same car they gave Tyler Reddick last year, hell, Kyle Busch will probably win this damn race. That's how strong that 8 car was last year at Auto Club. So, yeah, give me Kyle Busch over Christopher Bell. I'll add that one at minus 110 over on DraftKings. And then the other 2 gave out yesterday. Didn't really talk about it. But, again, it's on the Highline Podcast. You want any justification? Go ahead and check it out. All right, let's keep on rolling, boys. I'm excited to get after it. All right, NBA player props you can keep an eye out on for tonight. I think is Rudy Gobert rebounds. That's more than a damn good look going up against a Hornets team that has gotten rid of Mason Plumlee. So now they can really get after it from a rebounding perspective. Their numbers are already really atrocious. Now Rudy Gobert should just have a good night, simply put. But it's at 14.5, and that just scares the shit out of me. And it's just such a high number. He did get 17 against the Hornets last time out. He touches this number, I think, in 2 or 3 in a row. So he could do it. It's just a high number, so I avoided it. But I did want to mention that one because I think it is, in terms of looking at the stats, I think it is a good play to go ahead and do Rudy Gobert over his points. The other one I like is Isaac Okoro. Again, why not? Easy cash last night, getting 2 points, staying well under 7.5. Now, on the back end of a back-to-back, so maybe starters' minutes are going to be reduced. I've looked up game logs. It looks like Donovan Mitchell and Mobley and Allen, they play on the back end of a back-to-back, so it's not like he'll be, being able to take advantage of maybe a depleted roster for the Cavs. We don't have any props for this. That's the reason why I haven't rolled the bet out. But if we get lineups where it's Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen, I'm going to go ahead and play Okora and do his under again. So look for me a little bit later on that one on Twitter. But the one that I do like some NBA player props, is Julius Randle. I do like Julius Randle, and this one's going to look and sound, maybe even smell a little bit like Julius Randle when we took him against the Bucks. Remember, we took him up against the Bucks, and a lot of the justification was, how how the Bucks defend the power forward position, and then two, how he struggles against the Bucks, because it wasn't in our interest in the game log. In fact, I even showed you guys the comment of the gentleman who said he's gone over in 8 of his last 10. I just kind of went back with the guy. I was like, well, I mean, not every opponent's the same. Congratulations, Julius Randle. You went over 8 in your last 10. I think you're going to struggle tonight against the Bucks. That's what the stats show. That's what the stats show again tonight with Julius Randle, taking on this Wizards team. And you even kind of get the game log, though, to kind of be in your favor. In terms of points, he's cashed under 26.5 in 7 of his last 10. From a 3-point standpoint, he's cashed in 5 of his last 10. So that may be 50-50, but now they're giving it to you at plus 130. So you love that on a 50-50 bet. But let's see what he's done in his game log against these Wizards, just like when he took on the Bucks. He's gone against the Wizards twice this season. Both times he cashed points and 3-pointers. That's 2 cashes in both games. And he placed the Wizards twice last season. Same thing again twice last season. Got 2 cashes in both games. You got points and 3-pointers to cash in both games. So obviously a guy that struggles against Porzingis, right? Porzingis is 7'3". He's a mountain of a man. And obviously Julius Randle, I'm not watching basketball. Everybody knows that. But obviously just from looking at, stats and logs and stuff, he's gone up against him 4 times in a row. And 4 times he's cashed points and 3-pointers in all 4 of those games. So it's hard to ignore that. And then look at what the Wizards are doing against power forward. They allow 21.5 points. Give me that tonight. They allow them to take 48% field goal percentage. Give me that tonight. And they allow the power forwards to make 1.7 made 3-pointers per game. Give me that. Just do what you do, Wizards. Just lock down on the power forward position. And Porzingis, lock down on a guy that you could clearly have dominated the last 2 NBA seasons. So we'll go ahead and take Julius Randle under 2.5 3-pointers at plus 130, and Julius Randle under 26.5 points at minus 113 over at FanDuel. NBA is not over. We're just going to kind of add NBA and hockey here in the next section. First one here is a NBA and hockey parlay. Wolves first quarter money line, 2-way line. So if there is a tie, we'll at least get that part of the leg voided. But what I like about this one is you've got the Wolves that allow 1 less point and score 2 more points, and they're at the home court. So just a better first quarter team than the Charlotte Hornets. So we'll take the Wolves first quarter. They're going up against the Hurricanes, who are taking on the Ottawa Senators. I mean, you look at those stats every which way, and the Hurricanes should just get the job done. So don't need them to get the job done in 60 minutes. Just when the game's over, need them to be victorious. So we'll parlay the Hurricanes money line with Wolves first quarter money line. Then the other game there in the NHL, we'll do a solo play, the Toronto Maple Leafs 60-minute line. So this one needed to be over before, obviously overtime, needed them to get the win. XG, in terms of XG and XG allowed, is better for the Maple Leafs. They take more shots. They allow less shots. They scoring more. They're conceding less. It just looks like a better team. I'm not a hockey guy by any stretch. I'm just looking at the stats, and to me, on the paper, it looks like the Maple Leafs, are the better team. And then if you want to add in the fact that Wild are on the back end of a back-to-back, that's probably only more in your advantage of taking the Maple Leafs. So they've got all the advantages. It's not huge. It's not, huge advantages, I would say, by any stretch. But they are favored 3.1 goals scored tonight versus 1.9 goals allowed. So everything looks like the Maple Leafs should be able to get it done in 60 minutes from a stats perspective. So I'll bet that one accordingly at minus 124 over at Bet Rivers. And that's how we're rolling tonight. Yeah, that's how we're rolling with tonight. I will add a couple free rolls. Obviously, DraftKings is doing another one of their same game parlays. So let's see if we can hit 2 in a row after hitting that Thunder same game parlay last night. If I had to take a guess, because I've also got the under of all the over-unders tonight, I've got Wolves Hornets at 233. The line opened at 240. It's now up to 242. I just saw maybe about 10 minutes ago it did drop back down to 241. So after going up, it looks like people are starting to rebet that under. I'll probably drop that under. Rudy Gobert's rebounds over. And then maybe another good angle in that game will probably be tonight's risk-free same game parlay over at DraftKings. But otherwise, that's how I'm going to roll with tonight. So in terms of bets that we have actually for today, we really just had the 2 Julius Randle player props, the NBA and NHL parlay, the Maple Leafs play only, And then our Bundesliga parlay does start today with, again, that main Gladbach match. So otherwise, that's going to be about it for me today, fellas. What's going on with you guys? What are we talking about here? I was training for my position. I got promoted. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, glad you're back home, man. Let's start. Dude, I'm telling you, Corey, it's a great league for goals. I mean, just go look at the top 5 leagues in Europe. Bundesliga by far has all the goals across the top 5 leagues. So, any bet for Wolves, Fulham? I would maybe, depends on how big. I don't know how risky you want. I mean, I like Wolves money line. If you want to take a stab at Wolves money line, I like Wolves double chance and maybe like an under 3.5 if that much juice is fine for your comfort level. Wolves double chance and under 3.5. Otherwise, I don't really have too much for it. It's a game in the Wolves that were an over team and now they're an under team. The Wolves are always an under team. You look up the head-to-head, it's been an under head-to-head. So I lean the under and I like the Wolves. And I like Fulham. And I like Fulham. So that'd be a couple of leans, but I don't have a bet. There you go, Jared. Just answered that same question. Yeah, with his job promotion, he's got more money to throw down. Yeah, needless to say, Adrian's unit size just got bumped up. Adrian's no longer rolling with whatever unit size he's got. It's being bumped up. You're leaning Wolves. All right, well, we're opposite. We're opposite, Jared. We don't see soccer the same. You like, what was it, PSG over Bayern. I like Bayern over PSG. It's all good, Jared. It's all good. Is it going to be a draw? No. I don't know. That's why I think a safe play is Wolves Fulham double chance. Fulham double chance and under 3.5. What does that play, fellas? Not that I'm adding it to the card. That's not a game that I like that much to want to bet it. But I do. Let's see what that even comes in at. It's at minus 141. It's not a bad price. It's in my comfort zone. If you guys are personally fine with that, I'm just not going to add it. It's just nothing about Wolves excites me. I mean, they could. You lose at home to Bournemouth last week against Bournemouth. They don't do shit on the road. Concedes 40. 32 of their 44 goals that they've conceded have been on the road, and Wolves can't even knock off Bournemouth. And I want no part of Wolves at Craven Cottage at Fulham. So I actually like that bet. Under 3.5, because that saves you for a 2-1 win, Fulham win that is. You parlay under 3.5 with Wolves I keep saying Wolves double chance. Fulham double chance. Fulham double chance under 3.5. That's the bet I like from that game, but probably not going to bet it. What's up, man? William Hill in the UK have Fulham to score a goal at even with a maximum bet of 20. You think that's a good bet? Yeah, they're going to get a goal. I think they're going to get a goal, House of Endings. For sure. I think they'll get a goal. I think they'll likely get a win if you want to, if somebody wants to sprinkle the money line. But, yeah, I like it. I like Fulham to get a goal. Yes, sir. I cash Manchester United. See, that's a frustrating. I can actually cash Manchester United money line, too. Instead, I give out the Rashford shots on target private. But I'm glad you did, Jared. I did hit Man United money line too. Obviously discussed that and give that out on the show. But yeah, I'm glad you did, man. Wolves due to have too many off days. Let me tell you, they killed my ticket. Wolves are due to have too many days. Wolves do have many off days. Yeah, they suck. Oh, you don't mean like literally off days. You just mean days when they play, they have like an off day. I don't know, man. It's Wolves. Last year, their games averaged 1.9 goals per game. This year, they're up to a whopping 2.1. It's a team that just can't score and doesn't concede. I mean, it's just a shitty team. It's just a shitty team. They can't score. And then they lose to Bournemouth last week. Now I'm done. Fulham, Avalanche, Islanders. Nice. Yeah, I like Fulham. So that's how I would play the soccer game. I don't know. Maybe we'll use our $5 free bet we earned last night. Maybe I will dabble with some afternoon soccer just to have, some action. But if I do that, it would really just be using that $5 free bet we earned last night. I don't actually want to bet Fulham versus Wolves. I love Everton, Aston Villa under. I love that Manchester United money line. against Newcastle in the EFL Cup, that Bayern team total, Napoli team total. I think our plays look really good. I love those 3 NASCAR head-to-heads. I'm really a big fan of those 3 NASCAR head-to-heads. I think this is a good night for Julius Randle to struggle again and put a couple cashes in our pocket. Then let's just see if a couple NHL favorites can't be cool and the Wolves can't come through. So I like where we're sitting here, fellas. Am I a Cub or a White Sox fan? I tell everybody I'm a White Sox fan, but I could really, care less. I don't root for either. But I tell people I'm a White Sox fan just because everybody walking down the street's a Cubs fan. So just to be different. Just to be different. We'll end it with that. Let's go, fellas. We'll end it with that. A little LFG. I can get behind that. That's the Friday vibe you need, right, fellas? How about that Friday vibe? LFG. Little Friday vibe right there. I hope everybody LFGs themselves a nice little Friday and a good weekend. All right, fellas. But good luck with your bets. Come on back on Monday. Let's see if we get to ring the cash register for what would be the second time in 2023. Sure would be good to be ringing that cash register with you guys come Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll look forward to hearing about it on Monday. Have a good one, fellas.